Hello, friends, and welcome back to my nightmare. Donkey Kong 64. So, we finally got through at least one round of Beaver Bother. That game, yeah, if you saw the last episode, you know just how insane I was going towards the end of it. And it's just one of those mini games that just, oh, you wish it would work properly. And, like, the funny thing is, the round that worked, it felt like it went really well. Like, I thought all of the things that were going on happened pretty smoothly. Like, it was certainly a buzzer beater at the end there, but I got through it and won the minigame, got the banana. The only thing I'm not looking forward to is the fact that that was only the first time I've seen it. I will have to see that minigame, at least to my knowledge, at least 2 more times. I will likely be more insane by the end of this playthrough. But now we're back in the factory here, and now we can do a little bit more exploring. Oh, hey, look, another banana medal. Okay, so, what is this little room here? Well, with this lever here, we will now do something that K-Rool should have probably had going on this whole time. Turn on his factory. So that central area that I passed through quite a while ago at this point, I wasn't exploring it because it wasn't, shall we say, in operation. But now that I have pressed that lever, everything will now be online. And because of that, I can actually reach the upper areas of the factory. As you can see by this little cycle by that's going on here. And we can even go inside the tower. So we'll have to find some stuff in there too. But, another golden banana. Ooh, that was a nice little float down there. That was kind of cool. Okay. But, we do still have the top side of the factory to explore, so we're going to head back up there for now. We'll do the central tower in a bit. Because that one is definitely going to be a little bit more platformy heavy, and what I got to do right now is a little bit more mini-game heavy. So there were a bunch of, like, separate hallways in that section there, and what each one will lead to is a little mini-challenge for whatever Kong is supposed to handle it. So we'll just cycle our way through here, see what we find. I do remember that there was a lanky section here on the left, so we'll start with this and we'll just keep working our way around. I think... Oh, no, that was a Diddy guitar. That's the door. Oh, maybe there was only 2 up here. Oh, no. Don't knock me around. So what was this one? Is this the one? No, that's a chunky. I thought there was... okay, you know what? I'm already here. Let's do the arena. I know there was a lanky one. Did I just walk by it? Or did I just not notice? Not today. Alright, 45 seconds. Looks like those are the only 2 enemies? Maybe? I get the feeling a 3rd one will pop in around halfway. There, that's what I was wondering. No wonder they call it Arena Ambush. Thankfully, it's pretty simple for Lanky. As long as I keep the Kasplat down, I don't have too much to worry about. I don't want an errant shockwave to send me off the platform. My goodness. There. You were lasting quite long there. Well, another crown in our possession. And funnily enough, I think we only need 2 of the 10 crowns in the game to actually, like, reach the end. So, it's funny how 8 other crowns are kind of just extraneous. Nope, I definitely walked by it. There we are. So it looks like a Diddy Kong, Chunky Kong, and Lanky Kong section. Now this one I remember. This is a memory matching game. Done in quite the funny fashion, if you will. I'll let the first scene play out here. What's funnier than a good old-fashioned serenade of burps? Sounds to me like the perfect toy for the 10-year-olds at the time. Like, you know, just that kind of humor. Alright, so yellow, blue, yellow, purple. So yeah, this is... I think it'll go on for 2... Oh, I messed up that one. Oops. Let's try again. It's the same one every time. So I don't have too much to worry about if I just remember how to do it. Alright, round 2. One, two... Alright, so round 3. I bet it was a lot of fun to get all of these burp sound bites. Certainly seems like the kind of humor that would be pretty good for a game like this. I think the last one's the A note. Nope. C. Maybe it goes one more after? One more. Okay. This one I think is A note. Yep. One thing with some mini-games, and I know that this can't be the case with every mini-game that's like something like this, a sound playing game or a memory type game, is if they've got all the options for like the sound bites or whatnot, I almost wish they would incorporate every single one at least once, because if you notice there, we never played an F note. And I wonder if we can actually just hear it. No. So you can't... You can hear it in the game, but it's never used for a perfect round. And I almost wish that it was the case. You would hear it at least once. Maybe it would be kind of interesting if that game was meant to be a random memory game. That way, at least it's like, okay, every playthrough you have a chance at hearing each of the notes. But either way, we got through that burp-fueled memory fest, so now we're on to Diddy's little side objective here. So as you can see, we have a bunch of doors, each with numerical codes on them. And to win this one... What was it, 4231? 4231, yeah. We have to press in the switches on each of the 3 doors, and behind each door there will be a little enemy onslaught. So we just have to defeat all the enemies and then open the next door. Oh, and there are balloons up there. Good, I noticed. Also, that one there is really moving. Well, I got that first one. Now the camera will just... My goodness, what happened to your circuits? I mean, I could just do music, but I need to get some practice. There we go. So yeah, you're locked in here until you defeat the enemies, so that's how you know the challenge is done. I'm getting the balloons before I forget. I still have a couple... My goodness, 3 balloons? Ooh, nice shot. Gotcha. Here we go. A little excessive, but it worked. All right. Well, that was round 1. 3, 1, 2, 4 for round 2. Good job on you using that Hurtus cranium there, Diddy. My head hurts. What do we got? Dominoes and dice. 1, 2, 3. Nice and simple. 1, 3, 4, 2. That's the last code. And round 3 begin. Okay, so this one I have to do... Oh. Did they supercharge all of these Robo-Crocs? Okay. Oh, and they gave you infinite. Nice. So yeah, for these mechanized zingers, you have to actually hit them twice. First one will make them start smoking. The second one will take them out. And there we go. Another golden banana in our possession. Okay, so Chunky's got one minigame of his own up here, and then if you'll notice, everyone will conveniently have 3 golden bananas. That's because every Kong will have one challenge in that central factory room, which I think is very nice. And then I just have to make sure that everyone has their blueprints, and that will be a completed Frantic Factory, which is perfect. Smack! Now, this one I remember is pretty interesting. Just get the balloon first. I think I saw you floating. There we go. Do we have... We have single bananas on the side here. Okay. Alright, another banana medal acquired. We are almost at 15, which is a total that's great and not so great at the same time, because I'll have to put myself through another mini game as soon as I get the 15 banana medals. It might be a little more demanding, but it's not as difficult, in my opinion, as the Kong arcade. Okay, but now we've got a toy box here that's like out to get us. Oops. Oh, not yet. That primate punch is not doing so good for enemies in my case. I should make sure I get some melons. Okay. And now they're like, the only way we're gonna get through this, we must combine. We must become Giant Chunky. I think my usual way of going about this is spin punches, which gets me out of the way. I'm not sure if there is an easier way to do this, but at the very least, I'm landing a bunch of hits, and this little toy monstrosity here is not landing very many. Well, there's your first. Okay, there we go. There we go, toy box taken care of. When you were younger and playing with toys, did you often do things like that to your toys? Like, not necessarily the ones that could combine into other toys, but did you just, like, let your imagination soar and just build things out of, like, whatever you felt like was cool? Like, I know I did that quite a lot with building blocks like Lego and the sort, but I'm fairly certain I let my imagination just go wild when it came to playing with toys when I was a kid. I miss those days. Okay, with that, it's time to go to the central part of the factory and see how well this goes. This is going to be a little bit more platformy, and I'm not looking forward to this. Now that I'm just thinking about it, whose blueprints do I not have? Just Donkey Kong? Donkey and Diddy, okay. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of work here. The fact I have not run into Diddy's yet is slightly concerning. But we'll find... Oh, wait. No, that's right. Diddy's is on the lower level, so I'm going to actually start with Diddy. Because that's right. I never really went around the whole lower level. Donkey Kong's is higher in the central factory here. So around here, we'll have a bunch of switches, and each one will lead you to a banana or mini game barrel higher up in the factory. Okay, so we're just gonna get all the things. Ouch. Also, watch out for boxes. Okay. Now with that out of the way, I'm gonna get this platform over here. No. You said, I'm gonna get this platform over here. Almost. So, don't mind the shaking. There's just gonna be a bit of climbing. Also platforming, which I remember how things have worked before. Now, reason I am not hitting switches on the way up is because there is a warp pad I can eventually get here. That will make things much easier in the future. Do it once, it's not so difficult again. Oh, good catch, Diddy. Little double jump working for me. Alright, and I'm... Oh, great. Come on, camera. I would like you to play nice, and hopefully I can just... Ha-ha! There we go. So now I'll take the climb up individually, starting with DK, who's at the very bottom. So this little section also opened up here, and this is going to get a little chaotic for a second. But we have to become invincible to make our way through all the pressers. Also, I have to remember there is a lanky balloon randomly in here for whatever reason. Okay, well, Donkey Kong also has all his things now, so good job. DK has completed Frantic Factory, except for a blueprint. But now we get out of this madness. Oh, nice. Dodge to the side. Out we go. That was a lot. Alright. Well, why don't I go with Lanky next? Just get that little balloon out of the way. I know there are some things I will have to get with Lanky here otherwise, but I can just do... Oh, come on. You hit the pipe. You slowed your momentum. You're fine. Alright, good luck me. Okay, apparently not. Let's see. Come on, let's go. Gotcha! Wow, Mikey does not have very many bananas right now. Gonna have to get a bunch more as I'm climbing up. Where did he go? Alright. So, okay, I did just make this a little bit more awkward for me, but why don't we just do this? A little easier for me to control Lanky than Diddy. Lanky can actually slow himself down. And if need be, handstand going up things. And of course I jinxed it. Here, we'll try that again. Maybe I'll get a better spot. That's one of my favorite ways to work with things, is to go as high up as you can and jump down to your desired area. Play this carefully. Just have to wait. Hovering over platforms is a great idea. Oh, there's another one. That's good. A lot of rumbling going on around here. Okay. Oh yes, handstanding up there, and I think the stairs from earlier were right there. That's how you do it. Okay, so the rest of the work will be up there, which is great. So now we'll just find Lanky's switch, which I think was the one nearest the platform. Which of course means I'm on the opposite side. Go. Gotcha. Okay, I just saw there was the Kasplat for DK, so I eventually have to make my way up there as DK. Okay, and thank goodness, no time limit. So I can just take my time. Oh, that was too much! Let's try that again. At least this will not be as bad as the multitude of attempts I took on the minigames last time. I just stay close to the wall, and nothing happens. And if I make a mistake, I can retry. That's the best part. Alright. Okay, just gotta wait for you to slow down. This is giving me some real Banjo-Kazooie vibes here, because I can remember some challenges are that difficult. Okay. This is gonna get interesting. Can I just... Good thing there's no time limit. I can just take things somewhat slow. And there we go. So that's everything for Lanky. Got that all taken care of. Okay. Oops. Good. Nice landing. Alright, let's try Tiny next. Why not? So I know there was a balloon for Tiny that I needed to get that I think I just saw. Oh, come on. That was clearly not at the edge game, and you know it? Okay, clearly not going to get that. Looks like it's just hanging. Come now, game. Okay, that can make the shot. There we go. That banana medal acquired. There's also a lot of tiny bananas that I'm still missing. Hope there wasn't a section I completely overlooked. Alright, that's the Lanky switch, so where is... Of course, I go the long way. Why am I not surprised? Let's try this! Okay, so banana... No time limit, okay. I thought most of these did have a time limit. Maybe I'm wrong. Also, that is a cool detail there that I think I very rarely see with the mechanical crocs there. They actually stop because of the wind-up. That is a detail I actually like with this level's, like, we'll say like standard track. Like, this is like a more factory-style rendition. The quieter variant, I guess. The one that you would hear when you start up the level. I like the... Like, you'd hear the wind-up of the toy, and then it starts playing the tune. But then it would eventually, like, stop and then start playing the actual, the level layout music. But then after... Okay, good, it's over there. But then after that, you'd hear another round of the clicks. And it would start playing another thing. Like a toy got wound up to play a xylophone or something. I really like that detail. Alright. Here we go. So I have to hit the golden banana, don't hit any of the Kongs. This game will eventually get really fast, and I'm gonna have to almost be like lightning speed. Okay, so you reduce a hit if you hit a Kong. Well, there we go. At least that one was a little bit more simple. Unlike Beaver Bother. The fact that I'm probably going to be seeing that game at least 2 more times fills me with a sense of dread. Okay, Tiny Kong, complete. Let's do Diddy Kong next. So I know Diddy Kong had a few bananas here to get. Pay a little mind to how many he's got. Okay, so I'm gonna end up at the spring pad anyway. I might as well just hit the switch and then go for it. Okay, that's Chunky. That is Diddy. There we go. Okay, this one... Is this one a time limit? It is not. Chunky was the only one with a time limit. Alright, that does make things a lot easier. Although I do remember struggling with Chunky Kong's particular section at points. Okay, safe way to go about this is make it up there. Okay. Now, camera, I would just like it if you could play. Nice! Oh. Well, I can always try again. That's the best part. It's just the fact that I have to wait for the platform to stall so I can actually jump on it. Because I don't think these platforms go at, like, too different a rate. But you do eventually reach a point where it's like, you have to hover. That's gonna be a... Oh, wow, I can't believe I made that. Nice. Okay. Well, that's Diddy Kong, and also that is Banana 80. So we are 2/5 of the way through the game right now, just with whatever bananas we've got. And this is not factoring in the blueprints that I'll have to hand in. Funnily enough, I would just have to collect a few more bananas from World 4, so Gloomy Galleon, and I'd have the minimum required bananas to beat the game. Like, and that's interesting to think out of, like, all the places that I've been. Okay, so I've got to make my way onto the central pillar in a time limit, no less. Kind of generous, though. But it's walking along a moving obstacle. Which can take a hot minute, depending on how you do this. I am just going to have fun making sure I can make it from the warp pad. Okay, I'm on. I'm live. That was close. I'll just stand right here. Why not? And there we go. So, DK's blueprint, and then I am good. Also, I do have to get these, which I totally missed, but I can get on the wraparound. Okay, and these will be the last bunches of bananas. Or apparently not. I'm just going to play this a little careful. Alright, Chunky, I'll get you these bananas. That was worth it to get them. Hey now. Getting hit by rogue boxes. What is this, Christmas? Alright. 2 more batches of 5 and a blueprint. And then we'll be good. Be out of the factory. And I can leave and not have to think about all the bad memories I've had to deal with so far. I do just want to say, though, that even though I had that, it was difficult to get those, like the golden banana from Beaver Bother and the coin from the arcade game. It's not like I will ever hate Donkey Kong 64. Like, the game, we'll just say, like, the game's not perfect. And honestly, what game is? But it is definitely one of those things that can certainly lead to a negative experience playing the game. I just have to go there, yes. Like, if we just think about it what it is, like, fantastic idea to include a way to play old Donkey Kong or anything like that. It was just the fact that they decided to incorporate a like a really difficult condition to winning the game, as well as hiding an item that you don't know is even there until you beat it the first time, behind a second round of an already difficult game that is made even harder. Like, it's just some of those, like, design detail things that's like, yeah, chances are you probably wouldn't think about it in hindsight, but it being as difficult as it is, like, could certainly be a deterrent for a lot of people playing the game. Well, speaking of game, I've alluded to this quite a number of times at this point. I have now received 15 banana medals. I can now visit Cranky and do his challenge. What's this? You got 15 banana medals? I don't believe it. You must have made them yourself. I suppose you want my surprise now. Well, I've got this little game for you to play on my computer. Score over 5,000 points for a chance to win the rare coin. But I know a score like that is way out of your league, Sonny. Why not give it a go anyway? I could do with a good laugh. Of course. So this is a very, very old game called Jetpack. There we go. So the point with this game is, like, you're an astronaut exploring varied worlds, and I say varied as in, well, early era games. And so you have to fly around the screen, first building your ship and then finding fuel, to which then you can rocket off and go to another level. But what is nice about this game is the condition to win isn't necessarily hit the ship. The point is to get 5,000 points. You have 3 chances to do so. And that's what I like about this game. It is much simpler to handle. Am I perfect at the game? Far from it. But it is a simple condition. That's what makes this a lot more accessible than the arcade DK game, which I know you can get the DK game with practice. But if the whole point is just to get points and not achieve a destination, it's already much more accessible. As you can see, like right now, I am now at the point where I can get the coin. The coin has to fall, and I have to acquire it. So why don't we just play a little bit more? Because I just got the coin. There we go. Like, I don't have to worry about the rare coin any longer. Geez, compared to what I went through with the other 2 games at this point, this was a night and day thing. So aliens and obstacles, like, you got a bunch of things to work with. Let's just see how long I can last. I'm on my last life anyway. Let's just see how far I get. And the cool thing is, your little laser blaster here has wraparound. Oh, there we go. Rare coin collected. That is exactly what I want to see. What? You got my rare coin? That's impossible. You must have cheated. All you can do now is play for fun, I suppose. Interested? Not today. Alright, so we are not able to get another potion right now. I was thinking I could get the second level ground pound, but I guess that's not till level 5. Actually, I will stick with DK then. So, we can go hand in our blueprints, and then we will have a completed Frantic Factory. I will never have to come back to here for the rest of the game. I can't believe it was both coins I end up collecting in here. But we will have to defeat the boss. Get the key, and then we'll be fine. So, let's see how many layers of security you've got behind your golden bananas this time. Should just be one, because I think at the very early levels, you just do like one contraption. Although it is sadly one of the longer ones. Yep, just the one though. Unlike dealing with all 5. So we'll be at 86 golden bananas. That's pretty dang good. And there we go. Making more progress as it is. This is awesome. Alright. There we go. So I will say that the boss of this world, Mad Jack, is a boss that I definitely have struggled with before. Because this one is just a... You have to hop around platforms, not trying to get squished by Mad Jack. And then take note of what color platform Mad Jack is on and hit a switch on the corresponding color. It is certainly a demanding platforming challenge, but thankfully I have gotten better at it over the years. It's certainly not the boss I've struggled the most with in this game. That, I think, is World 5, and I've got stories about World 5 to tell when I get there. But yeah, this is definitely when the difficulty of the game got pretty difficult for me when I was a kid. Like, I know I've said this plenty of times in many games at this point, but I don't mind sharing this particular tale. I was definitely the kind of kid that was impatient when it came to getting things. Like, I always wanted to make the quickest amount of progress. Like, I'd always take the simplest things possible. It was almost like I'd almost go minimalistic at some points. Or it's like, if I knew there was an easy chunk of things to get, I'd take advantage of that to skip a lot of the more difficult things. But on top of that, being able to grasp tricks and strategies was a difficult thing. Especially when I would get angry or flustered over whatever I was constantly failing at. Like, it's the kind of thing where it's just the thing that you're supposed to do doesn't quite click with what you're seeing or trying to get done. And, like, it becomes a struggle, it becomes frustrating, and then it's just like, what's the point? And then you give up and quit. Like, I know, I want to say around maybe my late teens, early 20s age, so that's quite a bit of ways ago for me at this point, was when I wanted to finally start trying to not just beat games, but complete them. And I think I had even said this before. Oh, I must have got, yeah, I got the overworld one too. So that's 87 then, nice. But I remember that Donkey Kong Country 2, I had had that game for at least a decade. And I had played it, and I'd gotten a decent distance in the game. I would maybe say I got to the castle, at the very least. I know I got to the castle, and at some points I think I had even beaten the castle. But the level before defeating K. Rool, so the Croc stage, or Screech's Sprint, that's the one. I struggled way too hard with that level. Oh, it's over here. So I couldn't beat DKC2 for the life of me. And that was how it was for a very, very long time. And I didn't have good access to the internet or any playthroughs to... Oh, 200, that's perfect. Nice even number. But I didn't have access to playthroughs or walkthroughs or guides for games like that. So I didn't know any of the strategies to win, but I also didn't have an example to follow when I was doing the level. Now, at that point, I was definitely older enough to think, okay, take in the patterns, take in what happens, memorize, and eventually win. And eventually it worked. It did. And I did beat Screech's Sprint the normal way. Like, I know when I did my playthrough for it on this channel, I used a little flyover glitch and made that level much simpler. But when I was younger, I did beat that level legitimately. And then beating K. Rool was a challenge unto itself as well. Like, even then, it was a huge struggle. I didn't know all the tricks. I think I even gave up again at 1.2 with K. Rool. And even the Animal Antics level in DKC2, the one special level with the bonus coins. Oh, there's a reason I said I had terrible memories with that level. It was dealing with Squawks' section that was a nightmare for me because I had a hard time controlling Squawks in the wind. So, yeah, it was certainly a challenge for me playing those games. Alright, well here we are, Boss 3, from the Reject Chute, no less. The Crazy Jackbox Mad Jack. And here we go. That laugh. That laugh just lives rent-free in my head. Okay. So, how this boss works, as you can see, Mad Jack is jumping around the place. And every round of Mad Jack, there will be a different number of jumps. And you just have to keep track of that. I think he doesn't go any higher than 15 jumps. And then eventually he'll land, and two switches will appear, one on white, one on blue. And we just have to remember what color Mad Jack is standing on and hit the switch of the same color. And that's how you inflict damage. And there are 5 rounds to this. After round 3, Mad Jack will go invisible. Camera, what the heck? So we just have to keep track of sounds. That is fortuitous placement. The switches are indeed random, with some levels of logic behind their placement. But otherwise, yes, the switches are in random locations. And we just have to hope that it's close by. Also, if we fall off the platform, we have to restart the round that we're on. So there we go, blue switch. It is over there. And not lit up. Okay. So we'd have to notice. There we go, that's round 3. So Mad Jack will turn invisible, I think. Maybe it's after round 4? Ooh. Ah, that's what it is. Mad Jack changes the jumping pattern. So one thing with Mad Jack, as you can probably tell, there are there are actually things to do with Mad Jack's jumping. I cannot believe I survived that. Oh, special beam. So don't stand on a platform. Oh, I'm gonna eat that. There we go. Aha! I fooled you! Huh, things are going pretty well. Now you turn invisible. So we just have to pay attention to the sparkles. So yes, Mad Jack has two different kinds of jumps. We'll call them a quick jump and a slow jump. If Mad Jack is far away, it'll always be a quick jump. If it is a nearby square, to give you a little bit of extra time to get off the platform, Mad Jack can do a slow jump. Mad Jack, I think in the later rounds, will always try to figure out... did I plan that? I planned that poorly. Well, gotta redo that one again. That was close. So Mad Jack in the later rounds will always try to do the closest path to you. In the earlier rounds, there is a little bit of easier logic applied to it. I don't remember the exact details, but it does make things just a little simpler in the beginning. You know, get your bearings, make sure that you can do the jumps. But yes, it is, I think, 15 total jumps. So this should be blue. Yes. No! And I saw where the switch was, too. My goodness, I'm having to do multiple rounds of all of these bosses. Yep, there we go. Just realized how far away you were. So as you can see, you really do have a good amount of time to land on a platform if Mad Jack is currently on your tail. Camera played nice. White, okay. Do your switch. There we go. And down we go. Bye-bye, you mad reject. And there we go. Yeah, there we go. That's how you make a fall in style. And there we go. World 3 done. We got all the things in the world. Everyone has 5 out of 5. Everyone's got 100 and a checked-in blueprint. We are leaving. So there we go. 3 full worlds all taken care of. All 3 of their lobbies are taken care of as well, so we don't have to come back there at any point. That is progress, and I love it. So, since it's already open, why don't we go have a little look in World 4? Now, I am gonna, because it has been going for a while here, and having taken care of a boss, I will be taking a break here in just a moment, but I do know that there is one thing I can do here. The camera will play nice. It is a tiny barrel that is hiding up there. So I'm just going to get that real fast, because I think that does lead me to another golden banana. Why not? Oh, that is a locked gate, so I actually can't. Yep, I can't do that one. Fairly certain that is what the chunky switch is for. Oh well. Okay, so with that, let's head back in here into World 4. And then I am going to pause the episode, and then next time we'll take first steps into Gloomy Galleon, and I'm not looking forward to this because this is actually my least favorite level in the entire game because it is almost entirely water-based, and I never like a lot of the watery levels. I don't know why. Just this one will feel like it's going to take forever. So this one will be very heavy exploration. But that's going to be on the next episode. So thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this, and it certainly went a lot better than I was expecting. Just that first try getting that rare coin was perfect. Now, thankfully, I don't think I'm going to have to deal with beaver bother for a little bit longer. That might be more towards the end of the game. What a way to end it. So we'll have to see what happens, but that'll be for the future. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, stay safe, and have a good day.